Hi, Rudolf. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, hi, nice to see you also.
Are you doing well?
Yeah, it's great today. And what's about you? How it's going?
Awesome. I was
Well,
thinking maybe we should talk today about something that success is impossible without.
yeah, let's tell me what can this be?
Do you remember what were the conditions or parts of the success that we touched last time?
I guess you mean the mindset, yeah?
Yes, the mindset is one of them.
Cool, mindset. Yeah, let's speak about mindset then today.
Yeah, so what is this mysterious thing called mindset, do you think?
Mindset, it's some people say it's the inner game. What you think, what you feel, what you believe, and it covers everything, limiting beliefs, your beliefs in general, opinions, everything that you take in your head, but also the conscious part, but also the subconscious part, I would say. Well, what do you think?
Right, beliefs. And how about also attitudes?
Yeah, attitudes also, habits. It's also part, really important part, habits also.
All right. And thoughts?
Thoughts, yeah, of course, also everything,
Because
everything
thoughts are
that
also beliefs too, in a
is
way.
is is part of your that is not physical. Everything that is your personality, basically, or the soul. Let's say also the soul. All these things that you take with you that you don't, that nobody can see from outside. You only see the mindset by acting of a person, but all what he says. But you can never know what it is exactly. It only shows outside. Yeah.
So that is
So
mindset.
yeah, and I guess it's important, right? It's important for the progress. Well, why do you
Yeah, I
think
think
it's
so.
important?
Yeah, I think so because your thoughts, beliefs, attitudes that lead to actions and action lead to experience, all these are interlinked in one cycle. And that
Yeah,
cycle is revolving around the mindset, yes, isn't it? Because the mindset is the framework, let's say, of your all actions, plans, your frame of the day. Yeah, you wake up in the morning. If you have the right mindset, you make the tone, the framework for the whole day. So it's in a way a kind of mood that you create around yourself.
yeah.
Maybe I
The
would say it has a
emotions.
bit of a, yeah, maybe it has a bit of an emotional or very subjective way of interpreting reality or your plans for the future. So you create a mindset as a framework to work inside, isn't it?
Yeah. Some people say the mindset makes 80% of the result and 20% is the implementation or the tactic or the strategy. So what do you think? Why is the mindset important?
Well, because without mindset, you don't have the right, yeah, as I said, base fundament for working, foundation for work. All of that is interlinked. You know, how is the foundation that kind of work is going to be built on top of it? Yeah, if it's foundation of sand, everything's going to collapse. If you're doing it half-hearted or, not really committed, then in the end, it's going to show up that you didn't have the right desire, the right mindset. Yeah, or maybe you want something, but you're mixing it with other things and not really following what you really want to or the results. Yeah, so without actually making a plan and following it up and understanding that your mindset is contributing to it directly, then you understand you're following the right path. Otherwise, if you're not following what your heart and your mind is saying, then the fake mindset or not really serious or right mindset isn't going to bring you anywhere.
Okay, I understand. And
What
I
do you
would
think
also,
about this? What do you think about how important a mindset is?
the mindset is some people say everything starts with a decision. So the mindset is the fundamental or the base from where you operate. And you can say the bigger the mindset is, the more or the bigger the more options you see because you have a advanced mindset, the more you can even try. But if you tell to yourself from the beginning, okay, I don't believe this is what I can do, or this is not me, this is not my identity, I don't believe I can do that, or it's impossible even, yeah, this is also part, yeah. Then, because in the beginning already you limit yourself, then of course you can never try it, yeah. And I forgot his name, but there's a famous skateboarder in the US. He does stunts, yeah, that other skaters say it's impossible to do.
Mm-hmm.
And he's already really good, but he's like the godfather of skateboarding. And he trained years. And then he does the stunt, and then suddenly all people after him start to do the same stunt. So what was before impossible because lack of imagination, suddenly it becomes possible because just one person proved it, that it's possible. And this is a clear mindset thing. Yeah, it's not a tactic. It's not your physics cannot do those really impossible. It's the mindset. So the mindset is yeah, it's like the potential that you have in a way. And yeah, you can block yourself all the time with the mindset by with limiting beliefs, negativity, etc. Or you can open it, yeah, like you believe to yourself, and you just do it, and then you find out if it's really impossible or possible, yeah. So it's a huge topic. It's an important topic. So what do you think? When is the mindset important? Do you think there are times when the mindset is important, more important, less important, or sometimes it's not important at all, or sometimes more? What is, if there are any opinion about?
Yes, I totally agree. It's totally important. And I would say a small complement of the previous point that you said, without believing it's possible, you can't have the right mindset. Yeah, it means the can-do attitude. Yeah, which attitude is a part of the right mindset. Yeah, so if you believe you can, then you have the right mindset, right? If you doubt or not sure, or nobody has done it before, most likely I'm not going to be able, or yeah, how likely that is possible, 1% probability that I'm going to do this, or it's too challenging, or it's really too hard, or I don't have enough money saved, or I don't have enough experience, I'm not confident enough, yeah, I have lots of complexes, I'm not sure about myself, I'm not sure they will believe me. So all these things, they don't help the right mindset, right? So believing not in only yourself, but also believing in the right circumstances, people, conditions, everything that is going to facilitate the successful business, yeah? So all of these things actually show the can-do attitude, yeah? So if you believe you can, you will. If you don't believe, you won't have it. So this is the difference maybe between the right and the wrong, isn't it? So when I would say it's funny that I've seen some really interesting documentaries recently, how some of the very famous people, not only sports people, but even presidents, I'm not going to say exact names because I have to look deep within, but even when they were educated from the kindergarten times, yeah, when they were in school, not only they were like putting the right frame inside their head that they are the champions, they are the future winners, they are the best in what they do, but also their parents even would do these compliments to them, and their parents would treat them like winners, not like losers. Oh, you're so stupid, or you're so lazy, or you're not doing anything, you're never going to succeed. So it starts even with parents. You know, if the parents didn't do it, that like didn't invest in you or didn't put the right mindset in your head, neither did your friends or your pedagogues, teachers, your colleagues at work, then you will have the right tough time to put all the right mindset just by yourself, or extracting all these things like media, videos, audio, podcasts, like could be this one, that can increase people's belief in themselves and actually tell them, yeah, you can do this. Why not? If not you, whom? If not now, when? If not here, where?
Exactly, yeah. It's a good point, yeah. Yeah, I would say you mentioned an interesting part, the motivation. Yeah, I heard from some models. Maybe it goes a little bit too much side topic, but there are some people that resonate with reverse psychology, when the parents tell, okay, you're too stupid to achieve something. Some people, okay, maybe the most people, they rate negative. They say, okay, I believe I'm okay. I don't have the capacities. I'm too bad. But there are also some people who rate in the opposite. They say, okay, I get pressure. I need to prove it now. I need to show them that I'm capable. But they are maybe the minority. So yeah, so maybe some successful people, they mentioned that their parents or the society made them down, and they wanted to prove it, and they became snobs when they become successful. So they started to show, okay, now I need to show that I'm successful. So I revenge to all that no sayers from the past. And then maybe some people feel tempted to believe, okay, now this is the way how you need to educate people when they're little or young. You need to tell them that they can't do it, so they become motivated to show it. But because everyone is different, so this applies to just some people, but many people, they don't have that ambitions. They have, yeah, they feel like more, they're like following more the parents. They adopt what the parents tell them. This is the majority. So yeah, but it's interesting how even the mindset can be different from person to person. Do you think there's something else more important than mindset? Because we covered already what is mindset, why it's important, when it's important. Do you think there's something more important even than mindset?
Well, because mindset is a type of thought, a type of immaterial condition or state of your spiritual, your intellectual self. Yeah, that is one of the parts of your personality. Yeah, because we all have four personalities: physical, spiritual, intellectual. Yeah, so it is the intellectual part of you. But besides that, obviously, as the Maslow's pyramid of needs says, the physical is the first. Yeah, because if you don't have the right base, if you don't have where to live, what to put on, what to eat, even an amazing mindset is not going to help much, right? But the mindset can help you get all these things from nothing. Yeah, like some people showed interesting examples which are vaguely related. They've created a huge multi-million-dollar business from starting with just $500, $800 in their pocket. Yeah, but so mindset was the wonder, the condition, like that sunshine that shined on that seed, that brought big results. So I would say the physical is number one. If you need to have minimal conditions to act towards your goal. A mindset is very important, is the framework. Yeah, it's the mood and the spirit. Yeah, so if you don't have the right mood, the right belief, the right spirit, all your efforts are not going to bring the result, because they're just not invested in the right direction, or you're not feeling quite motivated or quite streamlined towards your goal. Yeah, because you're not sure where is your goal. Yeah, so understanding what you want, then understanding and making a plan how you're going to achieve that. Yes, step by step with milestones. Yeah, so ambition, I would say, is a result of the mindset. Yeah, because without the mindset, the right mindset, you can't have an ambition. Where will ambition come from if you're not sure you need anything? You don't know what you need, you want. So and also you don't know how you're going to achieve that. So ambition cannot be there. So ambition comes from all of that. When you understand your role, you understand what you want to do, where you want to get, what you want to get. Yeah, and then the ambition comes, and you believe that you can do things that previously you couldn't be doing. Yeah, you couldn't even dream to get. But as slowly you progress and you achieve the milestones, you count your blessings, and then you understand, oh, I actually did already certain things that I couldn't believe I would have done before. So that just proves that the mindset does miracles, doesn't it?
Yeah, you mentioned something that I wanted to cover later. Basically, the interaction between mindset and actions, and the loop that it creates when you see the results from your actions, that affects the mindset again, etc. But before we go into that, I think that's really maybe the most important part here. Let's cover quickly or roughly, what is the relationship between mindset and business, and if there's a wrong mindset or the right mindset for business, how this look like, and what exactly is the relationship? What do you think?
I think it's an absolutely direct relationship. Without the right mood, the right mindset, which is set of your mind, how you set your mind. If you don't set your mind right, then your mind is not on that level, is not geared to achieve that specific goal, role, or result. And any business is geared towards certain results. A business plan is geared to achieve something. So if your mind is not set towards that goal, you're most likely not going to achieve it. So it's direct relation. What do you think about it?
I think what is more important than mindset is taking action. Everything is about taking action in the end. The mindset is just a tool to implement the right actions, and it's also a loop then that creates back to your mindset. Mindset is like an engine in the vehicle. I mean it starts to run this vehicle. But without the vehicle itself, without the cycles, etc. It's useless. So that's what I think. That's the reason. It's not really like you can say it's more important, less important. It goes hand in hand with action. And this is an interesting topic because this is also why it's for business important. I mean, we live in a time where you are flooded with information. You have a lot of information, books, and you read, and then it gives you the feeling that you achieved something when you consume information. And it's also entertaining. It's comfortable. You can be lazy. You just consume information, and you can sit back and in the end take no action. You just get entertained a little bit. But what's the point here? That's not really the point. Mindset needs a successful mindset need to lead you to take action, and not like in the school. I mean, school is the best example. It's somehow, in my opinion, completely useless in the way that it's how it's now, because it covers a lot of topics that take so much time to learn, but gives no real, I mean, I speak about real life value. The really important things are not covered, but you cover things that you never use in your life. And they tell you, you will use it 20 years from here, from today, 20 years later from today. And but I'm already 10 years later, or almost 20 years later, and I still never use it. So what's the point? And so that's really dangerous. It educates you to a person to consume information all the time, but this is not how you become successful. You can. I mean, I know so much educated people, on the paper educated. People who studied all their life. I mean, when I look to them, what they do in real life. I mean, okay, it always depends what you want to be. I mean, if you want just to think about, to believe to yourself that you are amazing because you have you are educated on a paper and you run through some experiments in a university, for example. You research something. I mean, it always depends on the topic, but some things, I mean, I don't see real value in the implementation. Knowledge needs to be implemented. And if you don't implement information into the reality, then the question is, for what this information exists at all? Information need to help, and if it doesn't help, then it's useless. It's like yeah, I don't know how to compare this, like clothes that nobody wear, for what the clothes exist then. When you can say, okay, it's beautiful, you can look to it, it looks nice, but the idea is completely out of topic. So, so mindset needs the right mindset always converts the right information to the right action. And this is how success created. For example, one example for wrong mindset, I would say, is perfectionism. This is what applies to me also. And I try to work on that also, that I reduce it, because I always blame myself first, but you live in a society where in school, you get penalized for little mistakes, or you get less points in your tests because
For failures.
forgot something, what really, and then you educate yourself. Okay, I need to be perfect. I need to be excellent. I need forget nothing. And this is the problem. I mean, the first impression is you can say it's good. And I speak here also as a software developer now. I was software developing 10 years, and the danger is, because if you don't have the time included in this scenario, it's fine. You can be perfect for the rest of your life, eternity. You find the perfect solution. But the problem is you have time also. It's also a game against time. You can, and you have the Pareto principle, yeah? 20% of your effort creates 80% of the result, and the last 80% of the effort creates just 20% of the result. So if you try to make something really perfect, you spend like 100% of your effort just to create the last 20 results, basically. Yeah. And the question is this always necessary? I mean, is it not sometimes really more better just to do it the half work or good enough? Yeah. And then move forward, because the time is,
the lean approach.
Yeah, the lean approach, just good enough, create an MVP, test the market, go as fast as possible, and then you iterate on that process. Then you get more knowledge. And this is also what I discovered where the mindset loop come in. Yeah, you take action, you get instant results or instant metrics, and this affect your mindset. Yeah, you get like kind of satisfaction. I mean, how much frustrating, I did this in the past, how much frustrating it is when you work many years or many months on something without any feedback. Yeah, it's really frustrating. Yeah, because you want
like
something perfect.
For no one who can appreciate that product or service.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you want to be perfect, because you're scared. Basically, it's just a limiting. It's a limited mindset. You're scared from failure. You're scared to be ashamed, to that people look to you and laugh about you, judge you, whatever. Yeah? And this is really bad, really dangerous, because this blocks you in the end for unnecessary time. What is better? Move forward quickly, get your feedback, improve it iteratively, and yeah, this is
So you
and like
mentioned
that.
two important aspects here, not only wishful thinking, which could be great mindset, optimism, ambition that comes out of mindset, but without actions, it's all just a fantasy or a dream, that you don't really act to achieve. So it's super important to take actions to prove it, because the actions would be the proof of your mindset, and not words, because words can embody and retell your mindset, but without words is just half the thing, and the actions done is the proof, and especially when you achieve it, that says everything for you, so you don't even need to say much. So your achievement says for you everything. And then the second important aspect, not only wishful thinking, but action. And the second important aspect is action that is being seen by the potential customer, or the customer that buys that rough product or rough service that you have, and gives you very important feedback that you work on, and you make the service better. So you grow together with your client.
Exactly. And this changed the mindset over time. Yeah, like you said already, when you see the results, something that you can measure. Yeah, everything that you cannot measure, you cannot improve, because everything is in the end and feeling they are wrong. They depend on the mood, on the daily mood. They can change. It's not really clear, and you forget also with time a lot. So it's important to have that metrics. And I want to mention that topic more in detail, because this is like the main point here, in my opinion, the most important point here. What I mean with like long-term goal achievement, that is important for the mindset. But before I go to that, what do you think are the other factors that are crucial to support the right mindset?
What other factors? Well, the point is that the mindset in itself is just maybe 25% of the success, right? If you take the biggest factors that count in to achieve success, yeah, that we have touched last podcast. So having a plan, setting the milestones, and obviously not working alone, I would say, because nobody has built an empire alone. So you have to create maybe certain relationships, or have some platform that will give you support to spring, yeah, to have your acquisition channel and your actions being supported, because doing everything all alone is impossible. Yeah, obviously have the right education and knowledge too. Without knowledge, just the mindset is just nice, I don't know, mood in the air. Yeah, so what else would you mention here?
Mention what exactly?
Well, as a factors that are as important as the mindset, besides those that I mentioned.
What is else important? In the end, nothing is important, because everything starts with the mindset, but a lot of things affect the mindset. And one factor is, for example, the environment. The environment affects the mindset a lot, because a human, he's created in a way, or he developed the most time of his evolutionary process in a time where you had small groups of human people, and it was dangerous when you go out of the group, you die quickly. And this is the time where the brain developed the most, because that's the reason many people, they are scared to not fit in. But in today's time, to fit in is the worst what you can do, because it means that you fit into the average, and the average means you get average results. So if you do what the average person does, you get the life of the average person. And so you need to realize that 99% of the entire world is against successful people in everything. Yeah, all their views, their beliefs, their acting, their habits, their beliefs. I said already, their mindsets even is against the right acting. Yeah.
Yeah, the law of entropy. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the reason you need to question more than ever before, and find find the right way, without thinking like, okay, nobody does it, so it's not worth it, or it doesn't make sense. For example, Peter Thiel, he said one time in an interview, I think he said there was a time where Silicon Valley was like a really hype. Yeah, many startups from Silicon Valley were successful, many millions evaluated.
Thousands, yeah.
But the trend changed when Silicon Valley started to copy each other. Yeah, they started to copy their business models, their culture, the way how Facebook works. They started also to work at Facebook or Google, all the startups. And then he said, okay, this is a clear sign that this place is dying out, because there's nothing new anymore. Because if everyone does the same, nothing progress. So that's the point here. You need to stand out. You need to try something, experiment something, trying something new. And
to be ahead of the competition, you mean?
Yeah, ahead of the competition. And Yeah, the environment is dangerous because if you stick to they say if you show me your friends and I show you what is your future. So if your friends, they're all billionaires, the probability is higher that you become a millionaire because you learn how they think, what is the difference, how they work, how they speak, what's their culture, etc. The right acting, yeah. It's true, many ways can make you successful, but what is more dangerous are the fewer ways that will not make you successful for sure. And if you can avoid them, you're already on a good track.
Yeah, I want to complete this important, sorry for interrupting, this important thought. You said, show me your friends and I'll tell you your future. On the other hand, there's also a much deeper aspect of that, because some people are stuck with the same friends for decades and they're not progressing in the terms of they don't know other cultures, don't know other ages, other types of people, other mentalities, other I don't know, conceptions of this world. So on the one hand, it's good for you to have a stable circle of friends that prop you and make you grow, yeah, because you obviously are with someone that contributes to your growth and you to theirs. But on the other hand, if you are with very similar type of people, which is maybe 3 to 10 friends, let's say max, because you don't have more than 24 hours a day. On the other hand, you stagnate because you don't develop your complementary skills, your soft skills. You just talk about the same things with the same people, about the same values that they have, and you don't grow. You don't grow because you don't understand other people. Absolutely, there's like 50 or 100 hierarchies, yeah, or social classes instead of like just 3 basic ones, let's say, yeah, that people roughly split the society in. So I would say it's crucial for you to still sustain some talk with others who are not billionaires, yeah, because they're not necessarily the best people in your circle.
No, I laugh because you mentioned a good point. Yeah, I mean, you don't have time basically. Yeah, and some people they say they don't have time for friends at all because because when you want to be the top, you just everyone else is below you and they pull you down. Yeah, so Steve Jobs had no friends. Dan Pena said by himself he has no friends. The most successful people, they have just 3 friends. You said 3 friends because you don't have more time. Yeah, some people say they have 10 friends or 20, 100.
It's a big sacrifice of time, isn't it, for business?
Or 1,000 friends because they're all on the Facebook, yeah. So everyone see that different, but yeah, I mean, yeah, friends, they can be a liability. I mean, what is a friend? In the end, it's about with who you spend time with, yeah, because he affects you the most, and that's what friend. I mean, you can also say business partner in the end, or someone you resonate. Yeah, it's maybe the better word. Yeah, because that word friend is also abused. Yeah, Facebook call everyone friend already. Yeah, I mean, they're not really friends. Yeah.
Fake friends, yeah, lots of fake friends and all sorts of fake, I don't know, clients, fake followers, fake fake neighbors, fake relationships, fake acquisitions, actions, even fake thoughts, which are being manipulated by the media that controls your behavior and tries to impose you or indoctrinate you with their things they want you to believe in.
Yeah. Also, I think another factor is positive thinking. Yeah. I noticed that all successful people, they never read the news because the news is full of negativity. And I mean, it's great to know that in China someone died, you know, and in Africa it's all important things, no doubt about that. Or that in Iraq the women they have no rights, or they pretended to be they have no rights, yeah, and many problems. They are far away from you. Not so much problems inside your country where you can change it immediately, because they don't want that the people maybe start to rebel too much. Yeah, but it's more important to know what in China happened, a long distance where you can change nothing anyway. Yeah, but just to keep you engaged with a negative mindset. So in the end, I noticed that, for example, this is something that I never understood in the wrong way before. They all speak about taking responsibility as a part of your mindset, taking responsibility for your life. And I was thinking it's a big injustice. I mean, I can't be responsible for everything. I mean, when I born in a bad country, I cannot be responsible for my life because my life is already fucked up from the beginning. Yeah. But then I understood there's a layer between there's a layer for the objective truth, the rational truth. Yeah, you're born with some problems, but there's also a layer the way how you see yourself or you communicate to yourself. When you communicate to yourself, I can do nothing anyway. It's this the mindset. You stop to think about solutions, how to change it. But if you think, okay, I'm empowered, I still can change it. It's my responsibility. I have the power. I still can change some things to change my situation. So the focus is completely different. The focus not the government did something on Africa, someone's dying or negative news. The focus is, okay, I'm here. What can I do today to make my life different? And this is now the interesting part that I wanted, waited that we come to that part. It's I call it daily execution. Even Sam Owens said one time, I forgot his quote for that, but it goes roughly, you control the past, you control the future with the past. It's from the Big Brother theory. He explained, but he said the meaning is different. The meaning is you control your life by today, because the problem is many people either they live in the future or they live in the past. I mean, I guess you're the best example for that, because, for example, I know that you do fitness, yeah. So fitness is the same applies the same principles of business applies to fitness and vice versa. So what would be for you if you think about, okay, in the past you didn't train, okay, the past you cannot change it anyway, or if you start to think, okay, I want to be trained, have a trained body and want muscles, and you don't take action today, you don't do anything, you just dream, you live in the future, what is possible, and you dream around, yeah, you imagine a lot, yeah. There's people who speak about you visualize yourself. I mean, it's great, but it changed nothing if you don't take action, yeah. So I resonate more with what Sam Owens said to that. Everything happens today. What you do today, you will see, not even tomorrow, maybe in 10 years, but you see it. Right. And what you see in the future will also change the way how you see the past. Because now maybe you missed something and you feel like, okay, you're a loser, you missed something. But if you turn out to be a super successful and rich, then you say, okay, this is just lessons that I learned, take it easier. So you change the past basically of that.
Yeah, and don't think about the past, because past is already gone and is in the past. Don't bother too much about the future because it didn't occur yet. So concentrate in the moment of now, because in the moment of now you create your future and you experience it now. And also I wanted to complement that thought that you have touched about unfortunate people from the financial or political point of view, where they were built or they were born in countries that are not developed enough, yeah, or are developing countries, yeah. So let's call it the third world countries. Actually, we have a lot of examples of very successful people who have achieved a lot and who come from extremely poor families. Yeah, for example, Jack Ma, who has the highest, the biggest grossing retail company now online. Yeah, which is it had a higher IPO, bigger IPO than any other company in history, and he actually had 18 co-founders. He managed to do even that. So there are examples of success even from, well, what China is today. It obviously wasn't, say, 50 years ago, but I'm sure it was mindset too that contributed. Yeah, they thought, why can't we? And they did it. Yeah, so if you compare how Shanghai was 50 years ago, there were one metro station, and today, so it's hard to believe. And yeah, so even the countries that are today kind of out of the economic or success path, they can get there very fast. And mindset is one of those factors that can bring them, plus iteration, yeah, implementation, execution.
Yeah, I mean, I can only rely to my experience, and I think consistency is a really important part of the mindset and success even in general. People, they overestimate what they can do in 1 day, but they underestimate what they can do in 10 days, 10 years, I mean, in 1 year and in 10 years. So consistency is a part here. And it's again fitness. Yeah, if you go 1 time to the gym, it changes nothing. But if you go for years, regularly is the point here, regularly, consistent to the gym, the result will show up. And the same is in business. Yeah, you cannot do 1 year the right things and then expect, okay, the millions come. I mean, this can sometimes happen, but it's like also about probabilities or the right niche and the right circumstances. Yeah, but I believe really luck don't exist, because like when you go to the gym, it's also not luck that make you available to move 200 pounds in the bench press. Yeah, it's your skills first. Yeah, and okay, luck in the way that you feel good this time that you can push a little bit more, but it's more. I mean, this is the reality. If you don't have business skills, yeah, or you don't have the knowledge, the skills to communicate, to sell, to market. I mean, what's the point? I mean, if you don't have any substance, yeah, so to say, knowledge, yeah. I mean, a child can never be successful anywhere because he's not grown up there yet. So this is the mistake that many people do, is they see, I mean, it's funny, if it's about fitness, everyone knows, okay, you need a training plan, you need daily execution, weekly execution, whatever, over a long period of time. When it comes to fitness, to business, then many people tend the illusion that you can be successful in 1 day or in 1 year, become billionaire. Yeah, you create an app and then you become a billionaire. Yeah, maybe these people who did this in 1 year, they had already enormous skills in that field. Mm-hmm. They were really like if I compare with the gym, they were like huge bodybuilder, and they worked 1 year to push a little bit more to reach that impossible level of a human being. Yeah, and then they said, oh, they just made it 1 year. Look, yeah, but before they also worked, and nobody see it what they did before. Yeah, they only see what they started 1 year ago. So in the end, and one part that I liked, one of my mentors told me that there's no separation between business and private life. Everything sticks together, and this is where we come back to the mindset. Everything is connected with each other. Yeah. If your relationship is fucked up, this will show in a way or another way in your business. Yeah, because you feel stressed, you feel sad, if you're divorced, or you experience divorcement, this will show up in business, etc. But it goes further. Your mindset, the way how your mindset is settled, it will show up in your business. Yeah, if you have limiting beliefs, you will reflect them to your clients. Yeah, if you think money is a root of evil, you will reflect this to your clients. You cannot sell anything. Yeah, so everything is connected.
Aspects of the wrong mindset.
Yeah, wrong mindset. And how you change that? Yeah, or how to take action. For example, let's say you want to be. Let's use the example of you want to become a bodybuilder. Yeah, this is a long-term goal, and nobody can get that in
Positive
one
thinking.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also positive thinking is not enough, even. I mean, you can think a lot that
Right,
you
but
become
then
a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you need to do, you create a training plan that you execute daily to get the skills, basically, that, the skills in bodybuilding is the muscle, the results, but in business it's the skill. It's somehow compared, like you don't get big muscles, but you get capacities to sell or to close efficient or really smart, or get knowledge or skills how to do marketing, digital marketing.
Right.
So how to do that? So why not you create a training plan, you create a training plan for business that you execute daily. So for example,
I can share with you from my experience the times when, well, I've done a lot of marketing to find clients, to do design for them, all sorts of kinds of design, 2D design, 3D design for print, for web. And I've spent a lot of time and money and efforts persuading the wrong people, or not targeting the right niche, or not the right channels, not the right platforms to advertise, and that would put me down a lot. So that will knock my enthusiasm off and will actually turn my positive, good mindset into the bad mindset. So I would lose faith, and I would maybe think, maybe there are other ways. Maybe I should go get a job. So it's just easier in a way. Maybe it's not easy to get it in the first place, or a good company, or a good collective you want to work in, but in the end of the day, you have stability. So and some actually results that brought me good clients actually would prop my belief. And I would maybe even lose myself sometimes, like being embarrassed talking to them, or even networking at networking events, telling them what I'm doing and how, and then seeing what they're doing, and having already right away an idea how I can improve their business or improve their sales thanks to my skills that I can bring to the table. And it didn't come from itself. So it all springs from the right mindset. I didn't have the fear or embarrassment to talk to them. Acquisition. And that brought me great results. And once you get the good results, that gives you further even more ambition and even more confidence to approach new prospects, new clients. And that's how good results can bring you much better and more results, instead of a lot of people just do a little bit of an effort, a little bit of interviews, a little bit of customer feedback, and that will really put them off and will embarrass them, and they will think, what the hell am I doing? This is not making me happy. I'm not doing what I really want to do. I maybe want to do just what a boss would tell me, or some colleagues at work. That feels so much easier, so much comfortable, so much sort of icing on the cake, stability and routine. But on the other hand, that's actually the opposite of it. So that's the very difference. When you go and you take your trophy because you have put enough, and also actually the more you went through to get the trophy, the more later on you feel like a winner. I've done it. And the right mindset and sticking to it was crucial, because one wrong mood or action or step to the side can actually trigger many more negative thoughts, because you create that area in your brain that actually attracts more positive ideas, more positive solutions, and a can-do attitude brings you more ideas how to achieve those solutions, and the right people, the right ideas, the right circumstances and places you are, instead of you sitting and locking yourself away from everyone and thinking, why am I such a loser? I cannot get what I want in this world.
I mean, it's the best example of fitness. I mean, you go to the gym and you cannot move the 200 pounds like the professional bodybuilder. And then you start to think, okay, I'm a loser. I cannot do that, and someone else can do it. But why you are not there yet? Because you haven't trained like him. That's all the difference. And you can get there. And I like that statement. I mean, it doesn't matter what is true or what was true in the past. Maybe in the past you was a loser, or you're still a loser. But if you decide to believe that you can change that and you work, then this becomes true. And you can train everything. It's just a question of time and effort. And well, that's the reason I like that consistency approach. Yeah. For example, it's a little bit hard to give business examples because they're more difficult. But I had, for example, some success in fitness in the past when I was early 20. Yeah. When I started, I got a training plan from a trainer. I was motivated. I wanted fast results. I went to the gym 6 times a week or 5 times, and the trainer said, "Oh, slowly, you need to take a break, that the muscle grow, etc. Don't push too much." And after 4 months, I become really frustrated because I trained 4 times a week, 5 times, really consistent, and I saw no results. Yeah, and I was close to cancel or somehow. Yeah, and then something happened. I read a book about mindsets. Yeah, and I read all that book, and there are a lot of tips, but one tip I remembered that changed basically everything, and I forgot it. And that trick was basically that you don't think about the future too much. It sounds a bit weird and stupid, yeah, you don't think about the future, but what you do is basically you sit down, you think one time about the future, you create a plan, what you need to do on a daily, consistent base to get to the desired outcome. When you realize what you have to do, create a plan, like you go 4 times a week in the gym, and you stick to the training plan what your trainer gave you. And then you stop thinking about that. You don't think about, okay, when I become that person, when I get the muscle, when I get the 6-pack. You forget that. Because when you expect something and doesn't show up quickly, you get frustrated. So to avoid that, you just forget, you just concentrate daily. Okay, now I need to go fitness. Okay, I just show up, I do my work. Okay. You try to be like a soldier, yeah, to just take the orders and no thinking, yeah, just executing. And then what happened after 6 months or 8 months even, the results started to show up, and people started to tell me, "Oh, you look so much more big now," or so much.
Right.
I see in your shoulders, it's much more progress, and all this suddenly.
Maybe you can bring an example from your professional experience. Yeah, that's true that physical training, a lot of very successful people do not neglect it because it actually props their confidence and health and many other things that actually contribute to more success. So yeah, that's very relevant. But how about a real example from your freelancing, self-employed, both of your own small business activity that can show people's positive mindset? Some inspiring story. One of your first big successes when you closed a big customer, maybe?
Yeah, okay, it's a little bit different in this case, but I can say when I started freelancing, it's like I was new in the gym. It's really you can compare it. Yeah, no clue, and I knew I want to be to get a certain income. Yeah, I was not able to get there, so like I couldn't move the certain weights that I wanted to move. Yeah, but I suffered with to understand it because I said, yeah, how this can be? I'm a software developer. I develop software. I can do it. I have the skills. Just give me the work, pay me, and that's it. But this is an employee mindset. Yeah. So it was difficult for me to realize that I was like I trained, let's say, my legs, yeah. So as a software developer, my legs were trained, yeah, but my shoulders were not trained. I didn't know how to do marketing. My arms were not trained how to do sales. So I was puzzled. But then what happened? It was a little bit similar but different. I haven't planned anything, but I had the belief when I just continue in personal growth, when I just continue develop my skills, basically I did it a little bit in a not focused way, but it's like I focused to train my legs. But also with time, it happened that, by the way, I trained my arms and my shoulders. So because I had more to do with people and marketing automatically, because it's like a side training, yeah, but not really focused. This was the reason why it took me years to get there where I was thinking where I wanted to be, like getting more money. But what was the same point is I removed the results. I said, okay, look, I don't expect now in 1 month I want to see results, or 2 months. I just develop my skills. I developed, and then it took me several years when I closed my first client, and it was a huge jump for me, because in the beginning I earned just 1,000 per month, and even not consistently. So some months even nothing, and then 1,000. It was really a crap. Yeah, it was. I was always thinking, okay, I need to get an employee position, because that irregularity is killing me. Yeah, but then it happened that I reached a level of awareness that I just was able, because the mistake is also when you are employee, it's also the mindset you're really passive, and this really blocked me also to sell, because you think you just sit and then you answer questions, but this is not how it works. Yeah? So I started to experiment new things. Then I see some things works better, and I become more like a kind of leader in the conversation. Also in the smart way, did a lot of mistakes, did wrong move. But with time I figured out a little bit, and then suddenly I was able to close a good deal, and I earned suddenly 10,000 a month. Yeah, it was a big jump for me. It was I felt like I received like 1 million. Yeah, like amazing results. Yeah, but the point is I removed my expectations, and I continued getting my skills. Yeah, and then I discovered. And there were also times when I forgot it again, because you get distracted by shiny objects around you. But the point is, if you are struggling in business, it's because you're not a person that deserves that success yet, because you don't have enough skills. And you need just stick to the training plan and execute daily to get where you want to be. And then the goal is to become a kind of Ronnie Coleman. Yeah, Ronnie Coleman, he don't go to the gym and he think about the weights. Yeah, it's difficult. He just sit. He take the maximum that an average person can take, and for him it's like, oh, it's not weight, it's easy. Yeah, because he has that abilities. He trained that abilities. Yeah, that physics. And the same we need to do also, that for us it becomes easy to achieve a million deals, yeah, or become really get good revenue. And that's all about. And why I mentioned before, it took me, I stick to the wrong training plan, because that's the point. In fitness, you have a fitness trainer who can give you you want to look like that. Okay, do this exercises, and this is the fastest way.
Right.
I haven't any trainer, coach, or mentor in that time. It was everything not by luck, but by coincidence.
And consistency also, that you persuade, that you continued the trainings.
Yeah, I just trained, and as a side product, I got skills that I didn't really pursue before, or try to get before. But I got it, and so that's the reason. Now I'm in a position where I can, like a fitness trainer who has already, or a bodybuilder who has muscles, so I can show other people, look, if you want to come there where I am now, or someone similar, I can give you the training plan, basically, what you need to do, how you need to do certain things to get the results that I have or similar people have.
Yeah, I wanted also to mention a couple of moments that are actually the things that don't help you have the right mindset. Yeah. Okay. One of those we touched, which is perfectionism. When it's overdone, like over exaggerated, then it actually it goes against the principle of lean methodology. Yeah. Meaning developing the product on the right level that you can sell it as soon as possible and bring it to the market. A second would be the point that, one thing is doing everything to perfect without releasing it soon enough. Another thing, when you're overconfident and you're acting a bit fake, so your potential clients in the market feels that you're not quite ready, not quite there, but you sound too enthusiastic, and there's no grounds to backing you. So they feel you're like overhyped, when you're overconfident. So I'm talking about the aspects that can, like, overconfidence, and on the other hand, perfectionism can actually damage your business and your ascent to the success. Because on the other hand, this is when you have actually the right mindset. So overdone, over the top kind of aspect, which is the opposite of other things that we mentioned, the wrong mindset, which is your very low self-esteem, or confidence level of readiness and for acquisition, of customers, and also execution and delivery of the service. So we've learned some interesting, important aspects about the right and wrong mindset, things that contribute and things that help and don't help it. What are the main points we can extract from those contemplations? Can you resume the main aspects that you think would be useful to remember, and those as principles, as bullet points, could help our viewers, our listeners, our audience to use it in their practical life, in their career?
I would say when you're a beginner, think about you want to learn Kung Fu. In that case, it's easy. Everyone think about, okay, you go to a teacher, you go to a master, that he can show you the knowledge that you need, how to implement it. Nobody come and read a book, theoretically, and try to think about it, because it doesn't make sense, because you need to implement it. Or the same for the gym. If you have experience, you don't need that maybe, but if you go to a gym, everyone needs a trainer who gives you a plan, who gives you advice how to get where you want to be by executing a certain training plan. But in fitness, in business, the funny point is, and I was the same in the past also. I was also like that, But the most people, they think business, this is something out of the reality. It's about you're about the secret, You attract the energy from the universe. The universe gives you from unexpected ways the wealth and the energy, and it's created by marketing. That it's like a dream world. You just call yourself businessman. I even know some people, they really believe it. It's really hilarious. They believe they just found a company, a GmbH in Germany or whatever, a corporate, any corporation, and then the world start to resonate with them. The world start to see them serious and established and committed, and the customers will run through their doors, and they can't hold anything anymore. So they have these imaginations, but this is not the reality. All these things, they're completely bullshit, and they don't work out, and they will find out the hard way after they lost money and time. So what I would recommend to everyone, that is the most important, the mindset is coming from the right actions that you take, and also by the decisions that you make. and it's a loop. Yeah, you cannot have the right mindset without the actions, and you cannot have the actions without the right mindset. So if you are in the beginning, I would recommend always to find someone who is advanced than you, that can show you the ways to go, like a fitness trainer who can create your plan that you need to go to, that you can execute, that you can take and execute on a daily basis. That's important. It's not a one-time thing. It need to be daily, because nothing of matters happen in one day. It need to be regularly, daily. And I mean, there are also many other things that matters, but for me, this is the key. And then stick to the training plan like a gym, like a gym visitor. Yeah, just show up, do the work, execute, and then you will see the results after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. Yeah, but you need to do the work first, give the value first, and this is the most important part. And then with time it will come that you get the mindset, you get the results, then you get the conviction, the mindset for that. Okay, you can do it. Even you start to see it. And I forgot one important part. This is really important. Again, the fitness plan. Why the fitness plan work? Because you have metrics that you can use daily. In fitness, in business, you don't have that if you don't create them.
Mm-hmm.
And this creates frustration, because if it's like in my case, if you don't see the muscle grow after 4 months, you start to doubt. So it's important to have metrics to see, okay, is it really the feeling it's really right, or do I have metrics where I see some progress?
Yeah.
And then you can tweak from then. You can, or not even the progress, but you can say, okay, you checked, you did this exercise, you come one step closer to your desired outcome. Okay, you did this exercise, it's finished. Okay, you keep the metrics, you execute, and you check, okay, what I have done, have I done it? Okay, I have done it. Now the next exercise, okay, I have done all the training program. Okay, and like that you become accountable for yourself. And then when you look back, you know, okay, is it really right to think that I have no progress? Because you stick to the plan. And then if a trainer tells you, I gave you the plan, like you trust him that he knows best what is the best plan for you, and you just stick to it. Well, in my case, it was, okay, I let it go. I said, okay, I trust the process. I just trust it. And I just executed the plan, and I waited basically.
Yeah, I wanted also to complement that. Probably the mindset would be the closest analogy, a magnetic field. Yeah, you create that magnetic field in your brain and in yourself. Yeah, if you make the right positive mindset, it attracts positive things, positive thoughts, positive people, positive situations, circumstances. You go to the positive places. Yeah, so you build on a positive ground. Negative mindset would more work like a negative magnetic field. It would attract all the negative things, negative thoughts. Yeah, no desire to make any extra steps, doubt. Yeah, also tiredness and all other things that don't contribute to a successful iteration and plan of your plan. The same is the law of attraction. Yeah, if you saw that movie, and there's a book as well, which exemplifies how the magnetic field works. Yeah, so you create your own future. Yeah, in a way, everyone has and positive and negative aspects of their life, but they don't look at the negative ones, they neglect them, and they see the positive ones. Yeah, and they work with those and multiply those. Yeah, because they create a very positive magnetic field around themselves. Yeah, that attracts only positive and good things. Of course, bad things happen, but that shouldn't actually knock off your right mindset. Yeah, that can help you pervade. Yeah.
Yeah, it's also the focus that you have. Yeah, if I mean the life of two people can be the same, but one person he see only the bad side of his life, and one person see only the good side of his life, and then it looks completely different, because speaks about the successes and the other speak about the failures. And what is more attractive when you speak with a client? What kind of energy is more attractive? Yeah. And the person who appreciates the little success that he has already, he will accumulate or attract more success, and then he can appreciate them also more, and it can become more. And the negative person, even he's a rich person from because rich parents or whatever, but because he always depressed and not appreciate nothing, he will lose everything with time because he don't evaluate anything. Yeah. And it's also nobody like people like that who create bad moods, yeah, because or maybe they some people they like it, but they're all depressed and were don't know what they do, mental issues, yeah. It's not healthy, yeah. And that's the reason I like inspiring people who inspire, who give amazing stories, who are self-made personalities, who achieve greatness in really difficult situations where they do impossible things like that skateboarder. Yeah, I mean it's a really interesting approach. Yeah, tell me what is impossible in your opinion. Okay, I will do it. Train years and then do it, and then you see it was not really impossible. It was impossible only for you because you believe that. Yeah, and again, there is no it's not true. It's only true what you believe, and with work it becomes true. So that's the right and the right approach.
Yeah. Any other thoughts that you want to add here? Maybe from your experience, something that either from your professional life or some of your colleagues or companies, where something happened or something did disturb their mindset. Yeah, so they would lose maybe confidence, or they would get ashamed for something that would actually not help them achieve more business. Yeah, I would say maybe shame, lost when you lose your confidence and you feel ashamed. It's a kind of a complex of inferiority. Yeah, when you're ashamed for something, you've done something, or you don't think you're worthy of something. You don't think that you quite dare to do something or ask for something. Yeah. Do you have any examples of that?
Shame, not really, but other traits that, for example, people with judgments. I noticed that people, when they judge other people, that's the reason I try never judge anyone, and some is really hard, but I try my best, because I know in the moment when I start to judge, I create fear in myself that other people judge me, not for the same things, but in general for judging for other things maybe, because I start to feel, okay, people are full of judges, yeah. And for example, I had a talk with a friend recently. Yeah, he said, that one guy in YouTube, he blamed himself because he did a mistake. Yeah, and now all the investors, when they speak with him, he will never convince any investor because they will find out that video where he did that mistake, and it's like a shame, and you cannot trust him. And yeah, but I mean, okay, he did a mistake, but who
But
cares?
who doesn't make mistakes? Everyone makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect.
Who cares? Yeah, I mean, if the investor, okay, he can think like that, he's not trustful anymore, but I mean, he can also say he did a mistake, he learned from that, and now he's in a better position, because you can only progress when you do mistakes. Yeah, it's like you go into the gym, the muscles burning, you did a mistake, by the way, you failed, you couldn't move the weights anymore. Next time you are better prepared. The real life is the same. And that shows me only he's full of judgments, and he projects, this is the point what I meant it, he projects the judgments to investors and other people. So because he judged, he think, okay, now the people judge also. Mm-hmm. But it's not the truth necessary. And someone who don't judge, he also think the same. Okay, the people are not so much full of judges, so I don't care in the end, not scared. And the second, what also hold me back a lot of time, and I see, especially in free software developers, it's a big issue. It's perfectionism, because in software, it's a question of you work a lot of about details. You need to be focused on your work. You need to figure out how everything is perfect in the code working, and you create that skill, this awareness, and then you project that awareness to other areas of your life, and you start to be perfect in everything, or at least try to be perfect, even in things that are really so much weird and stupid, but just because you want that to get that, because you feel that you are in control of something, that but it's really not necessary. Yeah, for example, sticking to certain processes just because you like it, and you don't want to go out of your comfort zone to try new things, or you just want to stick to the old methods because this is what you have done the last 100 years and you cannot imagine to change it, or someone do the things differently. Yeah, perfectionism. And then such people tell me always also, yeah, I'm scared to make a mistake. I'm scared that this don't work. That's the reason I want that process. I'm scared. Yeah, this is your problem. This is a personal problem. You're scared from yourself. Yeah, you're scared. I mean, you do mistake, you need to be a man and take it and say, yeah, okay, I did a mistake. Next time I can change it and improve it. What's the problem? I mean, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, and this is the point. I think this is what you need to implement in your life to just be relaxed about failures. From failures you learn, from failures you improve. Yeah, and it's normal. And also daily execution. It's important. Yeah, consistency. I mean, nothing happened overnight. And as a freelancer, in my case, I took years to understand how I need to approach clients, how to look cheap, how to approach. First, understand they're not just clients. They're clients and clients. They're rich clients, and they're poor clients. What is what? Who is who? Where's the probability higher that you find cheap clients? Where's the probability higher that's rich clients? How to approach them? What they're looking for? Yeah. How to convince them? How to speak in interviews? How to pass interviews for software developers in the best way, what they're
That's a
looking
separate
for.
science. Yeah.
Yeah, what they're looking for and all these things. And
we're going to cover that in the next podcast, step by step.
Yeah, exactly. And but for that you need to be ready with your mindset. You need to make your mindset ready in the way that, do you take the advice or do you try to figure it out by yourself? And basically train, go to the gym without any knowledge and just try it out by yourself and see if the muscle grow from that exercise or not, or if the muscle grow if you just train your legs. What I did, yeah, just trained my coding skills, and I said, okay, this solves all problems, because if someone see that I'm a good software developer, then nothing else matter. I was completely wrong. Yeah, it matters a lot, unfortunately. Otherwise, the life would be more easy, but it's not. Yeah, so you need a balance. You need the legs, you need the shoulders, you need everything.
Right. So without feedback, professional feedback, coaching, even people who can observe and give you feedback, not only professional, yeah, they would contribute to making you succeed, not stagnate, right? Because feedback is crucial, is very important, because the way you see yourself in the mirror or the way you train, you don't see the full picture. Other people can see better from the side, and they can hint you where you could work, yeah, where you can concentrate, so you achieve closer state, you know, that is closer to perfection, yeah, because you can't see just from your point of view much enough. Yeah, plus, yeah, having a personal coach obviously is the crown, yeah, the jewel of the methodology. Obviously, yeah, that somebody personalized, you know, can overview and direct you where you need to go.
Yeah. So what you think is which important things, or how you would summarize the topic mindset? What is the most important aspects in mindset to be a freelancer, or in general in business or in life? What would you tell your audience? What is what matters, what they should take from our conversation today?
Well, I would summarize it like this. One is proactive mindset. Yeah, not only passive. Oh yeah, I want this. I'm not stupid. I'm not afraid. I'm not embarrassed. I can do that. Yeah, not only can do attitude, but also actions, a plan, also supervision and feedback, not only from clientele or those who you target your service or your product to, but also your peers or even professional people. Yeah, that could be coaches or people, other businesses that are doing something similar. They could give you either a testimonial or give you some comments, either negative or positive. You should take all of them in because there's some truth somewhere there anyway. Plus a lean approach is very important that would come out of the actions that you implement. What else? What else did I miss?
Yeah, it's basically that's the point. Yeah, tweaking by going, learning by doing, learning by practicing, and collect metrics, collect experience, and also not forget the successes. Yeah, sometimes you tend to see the bad things and the good things to forget, the little successes, but you can learn from both sides, from what works, from what doesn't work, and you can tweak from there. That's the reason metrics are important, that you see the dependencies. Why have you lost the position? It was the close or the marketing or the wrong client, etc.
Right. So the universe has everything for you. The mindset actually helps you open up to that and attract all of that the universe has prepared for you. Not close yourself and not allow all the good things come to you.
Yeah.
As a magnetic field, the right magnetic field and the right attitude, the right system, the right way to open up yourself for all the good things, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, Rudolf. So it was a great meeting with you this time. We're a bit over time today, and let's meet next time and continue the topic and unveil more of the aspects about how to be successful as a self-employed freelancer, boss of your own small business. And we'd like to also hear feedback from our audience. If anyone has any questions or any comments or any examples they can also want to mention, please do so. Feel free to like, follow, comment. It's all up to you. Thanks very much for your time, and see you next time, Rudolf.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. And next time we go a little bit more deep in the practical topics, how to implement the knowledge. And if you have comments or you need help in certain aspects, you can reach us, connect with us, write us. We can have a call, can discuss certain topics more in detail, and see how we can help you. And see you next time. It was a pleasure, like always, and have a great day. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Your business partner is there on the cup. Your sponsor.
Yeah, let's record. Today our sponsor, Putin,
Yeah.
Everyone knows him.
How much did he pay you for this? Did he pay your electricity and internet bills?
Yeah, minimum, and also 1 million for that video today.
I started recording. You're in the free air. Millions of people are looking at you now. They see who your sponsor is.
Okay, let's get started, yeah?